Libra, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below and it will talk. Woo! Libra, behave yourself. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. Here we go. And as you can see, you already have 3 cards in your hope section. So we have the Judgment, we have the Fool in the inverse, and we have the 5 of Swords. This is interesting as fuck. Really. So the 5, we'll talk about the 5 first. Okay. The 5s are about chaos, and chaos comes into our lives to show us the things that we do not want. Okay. Judgment is about major life decisions or major life turns that we cannot easily turn back from. Okay. And then we have the Fool in the inverse. The Fool in the inverse is very interesting because he could mean one of 2 things, because the Fool is about to embark on a journey and he's going on a blind leap of faith out of naivete. He doesn't understand. He has no experience yet. Okay. Judging by these 2 cards and this being in the inverse, this tells me that you have experience before. Okay? So, as you're moving forward, you have experience in which other people have made decisions for you and you, out of the chaos, have put order back into everything. Okay? And come out on top. That's what you're hoping for this time. There are a lot of things that were out of your hands, and now you have the chaos. And what you're doing is, instead of looking around and saying, how am I going to fix this mess? You're now looking around saying, well, I see that I don't like that. I see that I don't like that. I see that I don't like that. Why don't I, via process of elimination, just start getting rid of the things I don't like? Because I've been here before and I know how this works. And this is the fastest way to my goal and the way to expend the least amount of energy putting everything back together. So that's what you're hoping to do. You are hoping to eliminate chaos via process of elimination. Beautiful. In the fears category, you have a plan, but you know you can't do it alone. So when this shows up in the fears category, this tells me that you don't necessarily trust your resources or your team to help you with this. Now, this could be a vocational spread, so this could be a work issue. You could be dealing with an entire group. This could also be a personal relationship, like a family. You can be dealing with an entire group. Maybe you're the person in the family who has to clean up everybody's messes when they get to fighting. Or it can be about a relationship with just another person. Maybe you don't trust the other person involved to pull their fair share. Maybe they're the one who keeps making the mess that you have to clean up. Either way, you don't feel like you trust the other person or persons involved to help you clean up the mess. You have a plan, but it requires you bidding for somebody else's attention and getting them involved this time. The 10 of Wands is known as the burden of responsibility. This tells me that you are ready to take some stuff off of your plate, but you aren't going to do that until you know that things are going to function once you do. So you're kind of lingering at the end there, okay? You can't quite get to the point of delegation. You still have to have a certain amount of control. You want to delegate, but you can't. So the reality is you're creating a recipe so you can delegate in the near future. So again, if this is a vocational read, this could be coaching, this could be training, this could be teaching, this could be setting up a whole system that isn't going to fail if you step away. But if this is more of a personal relationship, then this is you trying to get a buy-in with everybody else to say, okay, I'll clean it up this time. but I need your help because next time I may not be here to clean up this mess. Because if you're preparing people to pick up all of these tasks, every one of these wands was picked up either out of passion or necessity. Each one of these has a certain amount of maintenance and responsibility. So if you're preparing people so you can delegate this, that means that somewhere in the back of your head, you're planning to step away, aren't you? Interesting, Libra. The Hermit just flew out, didn't it? We got a jumper. Yeah. Your passion for this project is waning. You need more time to ground yourself. You need more time to go within. And you can't do that whilst you're maintaining all of these wands, whilst all the responsibility falls on your shoulders. And you feel like nothing's really changing. So things might have a certain amount of balance right now, but you don't have the fortitude to maintain this balance for everybody. You don't have the strength to maintain everybody's balance. At some point, something needs to give, and you have to be able to delegate some sort of responsibility. You have to be able to have somebody who will bear the load with you. So it seems to me like the key to this reading is within your hope and your reality. So again, you want to take the chaos and via process of elimination, put things back together. And you want to make it so you can delegate some responsibility. So that way you can find the time to ground yourself and figure out your next move. I'm not saying, Libra, that it's time to exit this scenario. I'm saying that it's time to put a little bit of work into the scenario and give yourself the option to exit. Because ultimately, what you might be doing is cleaning up the environment and then deciding you want to stay. But there's nothing wrong with options if you want to see what would happen if I go, or if you want to prepare people for your possible exit. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good. This one's a thinker. This one's probably going to leave you with a few more questions than answers. But again, amongst the chaos, if you recognize that fives come into our life to show us the things we don't want, through process of elimination, you'll eventually find the things that you do want. And then you won't have to create the balance for everybody. You'll just be responsible for balancing your own. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good. I'll see you guys next week.